Gog and Magog. These names, like echoes from deep in time, are full of mystery and fear. The beginnings and true nature of these hidden figures have been talked about for a long time. In different cultures and religions, these names have caught people's imagination. They have become symbols of chaos, destruction, and the final battle between good and evil. But who are Gog and Magog? Are they people, tribes, or maybe just symbols? Their stories are found in the holy books of different faiths, among old writings. From the Bible to the Quran, their story is a big reminder of how weak people are and of the coming end of the world that evil will face. Let's look together at the mysterious world of Gog and Magog, where they came from, their predicted appearance, and the lessons we can learn from their scary stories. The story of Gog and Magog goes beyond any single religious tradition. Their names are in both the Old Testament and the New Testament. They are usually linked to the end times and the final battle between God and dark forces. The Hebrew prophet Ezekiel describes Gog as being from the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, Ezekiel 38:2. He clearly describes their huge army, armed with shields and armor, all using swords, Ezekiel 38:4, coming down on the land of Israel like a terrible plague. In Islamic tradition, Gog and Magog, known as Ya'juj and Ma'juj, are also shown as bringers of chaos. The Quran talks about them in Surah Al-Kahf, the cave, as a strong and destructive people who threaten to create great trouble on earth. The Quran tells how Dhul Qarnayn, a good ruler, built a strong wall to stop them. This shows God's power and his kindness in protecting the innocent. Even though what they exactly look like is a mystery, holy books give us clues about the scary nature of Gog and Magog. They are always shown as a wild and savage people, driven by a never-ending desire to conquer and destroy. It is said that there are many of them, that they invade lands like a swarm of locusts, and leave only destruction behind. Some stories describe them as giants, much taller than ordinary people, with huge strength and a thirst for blood. Others picture them as fierce horsemen who crush their enemies with cruel skill. Their wildness has no end. It is said they rob, steal, and leave a trail of killing and sadness wherever they go. The fact that even their names cause fear and hate shows the terror they create in people's hearts. The appearance of Gog and Magog is not just an old war story, it signals something much more important: the end times. In different faiths, their release is predicted as a major sign of the coming day of judgment, a time of great chaos and trouble. Their arrival will announce a time of chaos and destruction like never seen before, a final test for people before the last big fight. This prediction is a strong reminder of how short our life on earth is, and that God's judgment cannot be avoided. Knowing that a day of judgment awaits us all, it makes us think about our actions and try to do what is right. The story of Gog and Magog is not just something interesting from history, it's a timeless message calling us to prepare for the afterlife. Chapter 5, Dhul Qarnayn's Wall, a temporary break. Facing the coming threat of Gog and Magog, people find a ray of hope in the figure of Dhul Qarnayn. Dhul Qarnayn, mentioned in the Quran, is a fair and good ruler who makes a series of journeys to the farthest parts of the world. During his travels, he meets a desperate group of people who need protection from Gog and Magog's attacks. Listening to their pleas, Dhul Qarnayn, with God's guidance, builds a strong wall between two mountains. This traps Gog and Magog and stops them from escaping. This wall, made of iron and melted copper, is a sign of Dhul Qarnayn's wisdom and the power of faith against huge problems. Chapter 6, Chaos Unleashed, Gog and Magog's Reign of Terror. Despite Dhul Qarnayn's efforts, the wall was not meant to last forever. Predictions tell of a time when the day of judgment is near, the wall will weaken, and Gog and Magog will be allowed to escape from their prison. This release will mark the start of their reign of terror, a time of unbelievable destruction and suffering on earth. Like a raging flood, they will sweep across the lands, leaving a trail of death and destruction behind them. Their wildness will know no limits as they rob, steal, and spoil everything they touch. The world will shake before their power, and people will face their darkest hours. Chapter 7, God Steps In, the Final Battle. As Gog and Magog spread their reign of terror across the whole world, people will find themselves about to be destroyed. At this very important moment, God will step in, starting the final fight between good and evil. The broken and spoiled world will see the last battle for its very soul. According to Islamic tradition, Jesus, Isa, who will return to earth when the end times are near, will lead the good people against the forces of Gog and Magog. This final battle will be proof that good wins over evil, faith wins over cruelty, and truth wins over lies, a battle that will be remembered for all time. Chapter 8. What happens after and the lessons we learn. After this huge fight, Gog and Magog will meet their end that cannot be avoided. They will be destroyed when God steps in, their reign of terror will finally end, and the world will be free from their tight grip. The earth, cleaned and made pure, will enter a new time of peace and good things. Even though it's full of scary end-of-world pictures, the story of Gog and Magog offers deep lessons for people. It's a strong reminder that the things in our world don't last and that it's important to try to become better in spirit. Chapter 9. Conclusion. A reminder for all time. Passed down through many years, the story of Gog and Magog still holds deep meaning. It's a scary reminder of how easily peace can be broken, that chaos can always happen, and how important it is to look for spiritual safety. Their stories go beyond different cultures and religions, making us think about our place in the big picture of life. It makes us face the fact that we will die, realize that worldly goals don't last, and look for comfort in something much bigger than ourselves. The story of Gog and Magog is not just a tale of a coming end of the world, but also a call to make our spiritual defenses stronger and to try to do what is right. It's a reminder for all time that even in the darkest times hope goes on, and the forces of good will win in the end.